Ah, ok. Ça démarre comme ça, les gars. Ok. Bon, les gars, c'est là la merde. Et là, je suis. J'ai les poils qui s'hérissent. Parce que là, on est sur Retour de Monkey Island 30 ans après. 30 ans après, les gars. Après le 2, hein, parce que ce jeu-là, fait par les créateurs d'origine, fait directement suite au numéro 2. Donc ils ont zappé, bien que j'ai lu aussi qu'ils prenaient en compte aussi les autres Monkey Island, mais celui-ci fait directement suite au numéro 2. Alors on est en train de finir le Monkey Island 1, le Secret of Monkey Island, on l'a même pas terminé, mais là j'en pouvais plus d'attendre et là il est sorti, donc on va directement passer au retour de Monkey Island, donc il fait suite au numéro 2, j'arrête pas de le répéter, mais je suis tellement heureux, je connais tout, donc on va voir ça. Et là attendez, consultez l'album, si vous ne connaissez pas bien la série des Monkey Island, ou si vous avez besoin d'un rappel. Moi je la connais la série, mais on va voir l'album, tenez.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Ah, déjà ça a l'air d'être sympa, mais déjà il me faut les sous-titres les gars là. Texte et langue. Français, langue des textes français. Texte et voix, voix uniquement. Texte et voix. Vitesse moyen. Sous-titres, effet audio. Version longue, plus de blabla, moins de rythme. C'est quoi la version longue ? Je sais pas c'est quoi la version longue. Interface, fond des sous-titres. Afficher le nom des locuteurs. Alors attendez, on va retourner dans l'album.
Hey, wanna see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
En plus c'est la voix d'origine les gars. C'est la voix d'origine. On y va.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Énorme. Énorme.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Bon, il dit toujours la même chose.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth.
Alors il fallait surmonter les 3 épreuves. Celle-là.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
Énorme les gars.
Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials.
C'est quoi ça?
Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
Il est là les Tchèques, regardez-le les gars.
LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island
Okay,
to
dit
save
toujours la même
Elaine.
chose. Ah la gueule d'Otis, putain, ils auraient pu mieux le faire hein.
My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
La tête de singe.
On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath.
Les cannibales.
There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
Mais ouais les gars, c'est énorme.
I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop.
On est sur Monkey Island 2, les gars, là. Le trésor de Big Whoop.
The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The mysterious voodoo lady at the Elaine always seems to know when I need her. Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I.
Là, putain, l'épisode 2, ils l'ont raccourci de ouf, hein.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Eh, mais attends, mais c'est Monkey Island 3, les gars. Ah, mais je crois qu'ils le prenaient pas en compte. Eh, ils prennent en compte Monkey Island 3, les gars.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture.
C'est énorme qu'ils prennent ça en
I
compte.
erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine.
Murray.
It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker. This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird.
Ils sont écrasés, c'est énorme.
I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride.
Putain, mais ils ont pris en compte Monkey Island 4.
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale
Monkey
that time.
Combat.
The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her.
Énorme. Bon, ouais, le 5 alors.
Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed.
Ouais, voilà.
Morgan Le Fay betrayed me, even after we bonded inside a giant manatee. I should have trusted her less. I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy. Elaine wasn't fooled by LeChuck's human form any more than I was. I should have trusted her more. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course.
Après, il y a quoi?
Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Énorme. Ah, trop fort les gars. Bah vas-y, accomplissement, il y a quoi? Non, il y a rien. Vas-y, on part, hein. Ah. Alors le mode normal, toute l'histoire et tout le fun, mais des énigmes plus relax pour les joueurs ne disposant pas forcément de beaucoup de temps. Ouais. Ou alors mode difficile, des énigmes plus nombreuses et plus difficiles. Show me the monnaie de singe. Pour les pros des jeux d'aventure qui veulent vivre l'expérience dans sa totalité, bah c'est pour moi ça. C'est parti, je me tais.
Take this, LeChuck!
Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
C'est
Yes,
énorme.
sir.
Ah, c'est pas ses
Come
parents.
on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No bullet.
Wow.
Ok, on est en plein jeu les gars. Donc là, ce qui se passe pour vous expliquer, c'est que on est carrément à la fin du 2 où on se retrouve avec
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
deux gosses qui jouaient aux pirates et ça se finissait comme ça en fait. Et donc le Chuck, gosse, il avait les yeux qui devenaient rouges. Et donc là visiblement on en est là, on en est resté là. Chucky a souvent des bonnes idées.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Bon, faut que j'achète des Scooby Dogs les gars. On va voir le
Someplace.
tonneau. Tes mains, la souris là. Énorme.
Sounds real.
Lui.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ah, he's dead to the world. I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Acheter des Scooby Dogs. Alors,
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
combien coûte un Scooby Dog?
Did you know?
How much are the scurvy dogs?
Scurvy dogs are only a half piece of 8. That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Tu vois la gueule de Guybrush, il est stylé.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Alors attendez,
In
est-ce que j'ai de la
France,
thune
they
moi?
call a scurvy dog a chien.
Acheter les Scooby Dogs, ok. Donc ça c'est ce que je dois faire mais j'ai pas de thune en fait. Alors,
How much are those chicken foot fries?
Chicken foot fries are 2 pieces of 8.
ok.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Ah bah j'ai pas la thune.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Allez gueule.
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Putain, je vais prendre la clé, je peux la prendre?
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
I
Du
can
coup, c'est
stand on
quoi
my
ça?
head without using
It
my...
unlocks the outhouse outside.
Ah bah voilà, les lentrines. Faut que j'aille aux lentrines les gars.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once ate 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good, you unlocked it.
C'est énorme.
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. I'm not touching that gunk. It seems more like something Chucky would do.
Ouais, il y a des araignées, il y a tout là.
I have an extra tooth in the back.
It isn't a piece of 8. But it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Bah on la prend, hein.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin. Gross. Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Gross.
Tiens, on peut attacher Chucky là.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get Scurvy Dogs.
Ah, il lâche pas l'affaire avec les Scooby-Dog là. Lui.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Putain, y a un bateau derrière.
I wonder if this is drinking water. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get Scurvy Dogs instead.
Oui,
I'm
on,
hungry.
on va les acheter des Scooby-Dogs.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. So good. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Ouais, je sais pas. S'amuser à explorer l'horizon, trouver nos vrais parents. Trouver nos vrais parents. Allez, con. On va aller par là.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Bon, j'ai des trucs à faire. Oula, examiner l'encre, battre Chucky à la course, donner à manger au canard, ajouter de la sauce à mon Scrooby Dog, s'entraîner à l'escrime. Oh là là, il y en a des trucs à faire. Attendez. Donc déjà...
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually
ça finit jamais, faut que je passe
than the
cette merde.
sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after you can still on a modern that's to prevent the little most
Ah ouais, laisse tomber. C'est fait exprès, les gars.
They're called, yeah.
Oui, ok, merci. Oui, j'ai compris, hein. On va lui parler à Dee, là.
That's a cool anchor.
Non.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good. Did you? They were
No,
used
no,
and they
no.
started then. The current, but you can still find the old kind around sometimes. But
Oh les gars, je
on
sais
a
pas ce que
modern
je fais là.
that's to prevent the little most ink about
Ils se rendorment.
But the word they're called, yeah.
Ouais, moi ce que je voulais c'était lui parler à elle en fait. On peut lui parler ou pas?
At home, I've got a collection of old Scurvy Dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Do you like to race?
I'd rather be in charge of a race than be in it.
Propose à Chucky de faire la course.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Woohoo! Yeah!
Next time for sure! I bet I've known Chucky longer than you have.
No chance. We go way back.
On va refaire la course.
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, cheater!
You have to wait until I say go.
Ok, vas-y,
Did
recommence.
you know you can...
You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Alors, donner à manger au canard, ajouter de la sauce, s'entraîner à l'escrime, trouver un trèfle à 4 feuilles, trouver un vœu, faire un vœu au puits de souhait. Ok. Putain, les canards, ils sont là, les canards.
I want to feed the duck!
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Oh, les radins, mon frère.
Hey! Hands off! That's our bread!
Eh, il veut pas lâcher, hein.
Stop it! Stop it! That's our bread!
I wonder where this path goes.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind. Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Ah, ils veulent pas, ils veulent pas.
Some places you go have skirt.
Don't feed the duck. I want to feed the duck. I want to feed the duck.
Il veut pas que je lui donne ça.
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Bah voilà, j'ai trouvé ma sauce, les gars.
At home, I've got a collection. You're not going to touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
Ouais, c'est ce qu'on va faire.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Ah.
I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
Ah bah voilà, c'est là, s'entraîner à l'escrime, les gars.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way. You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun. Do you want a sword fight with me?
I've seen you fight. Come back in a few years, maybe.
Mon problème, c'est les putains de canards, les gars.
I never thought I'd ever find one.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Canard chanceux.
I want to feed the duck. Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves. Stop it! That's our bread!
Putain, on peut pas leur... On peut rien leur faire à eux, là. Et là, le puits.
I should find a coin to throw in. I should find a coin to throw in.
Ouais, il y a une pièce, là.
Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
Je souhaite que Chucky ait une moustache.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
Wesh, on a tout fait, là. Ah non, trouver les vrais parents, les gars. Et donc on a nourrir les canards, en fait, on l'a fait. C'était le truc à 4 feuilles. Hey!
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheap.
C'est moi, les gars.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs!
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop. Oh, boy. That takes me back.
Putain, il
I
a pris un
like it when
coup.
Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Ok, les gars, surprenant. Là, vraiment surprenant. Surprise de ouf. Je m'attendais pas à ça, là. Je m'attendais pas à ça. Ah, je me tais. Oh là là, on y est, les gars. Oh là là, j'ai des frissons, j'ai des frissons. J'ai vraiment des frissons, rien qu'avec la musique là. Un lieu familier, les gars, la première partie. Oh,
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guyver Streepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck?
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
ah, c'est énorme, les gars. Tu mets ça.
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me.
Et la musique, je sais pas si vous entendez la musique au fond, elle est juste terrible. Hein. Elle est vraiment terrible.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Énorme, les gars, les Scum Bar, on va y retourner. On va faire la pause là.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Il est trop fort.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
On va parler avec lui encore.
Shouldn't you be on your way to the Scum Bar to talk to the pirate leaders?
Well, I was just about to head down there.
Énorme, les gars, énorme. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? J'ai envie d'arrêter là pour la pause. J'ai tellement envie de continuer. Non, on va en rester là, on va rester là. On va rester là, les gars. Bon, allez, je coupe là. On peut pas faire la... montrer la save. À toutes.